Most I'm excited. I'm just excited to see everybody. It's just great to be back. We took May off and June off. I miss the guys, man. Miss hanging out with everybody. Uh, but I'm just excited to be back, see everybody's faces, and let's get going.
That's I like that attitude. Let's go to some questions. We're gonna go to Adam Wells from WPSD first.
Levi, obviously, you guys were picked first in the OVC preseason standings. How much pressure do you guys put on yourselves, knowing that a lot of expectations are coming with that and coming with you guys heading into the season?
I don't think we're putting much pressure on ourselves because it's a great honor to be picked first. But like I've talked about earlier, OVC is a tough league. Everybody's going to bring it each week, and all we can do is focus on us. That's a great number, but everybody has a chance to win it. So we got to put that aside. We got to show up every day with the great attitude and be wanting to work and work for each other. Not and I think that's it's a great honor to have, but I don't think it's going to affect us much.
With so many players coming back from that spring season, how much easier is it making things, getting ready for this fall season? And I guess, does it feel like really much time has passed, even though you did miss those 2 months and had those 2 months off?
It doesn't really feel like much time has passed, but it's great because I want to play football. I like Coach Clay. I like being in the weight room and stuff. But, I came here to play football. That's what I love to do, and getting to play football year round is awesome. But I think with the guys coming back, that's a great thing because with the new faces and with new people coming in, new freshmen and stuff like that, the 22 guys and even the other guys besides that, they know what the standard of this program is and what it's now becoming, and with having that many people and that many people that know what's supposed to go on, what happens, it makes things in the transition for the younger guys a lot easier.
We'll go next to Edward Marlowe. Go ahead, Ed.
Levi, good afternoon. You've already mentioned the number, but it is extremely rare not only to have that many preseason and returning all OVC players, but to have 22. I know the depth chart may change over time, but to have that much continuity and experience and time together, what is that like in the locker room right now leading into the season? You look next to your locker, to your left and to your right, it's guys that you've known, you've been in battle with for the last couple of years. What's that like right now from a camaraderie and an emotional standpoint?
It's just great. Everybody knows everything about each other. Everybody's familiar with each other, and it's a tight group in that locker room. Everybody cares for each other. Everybody loves each other, and everybody wants each other to succeed. It's not. We know we're playing a team sport, and we know that, like you said, that guy to the left of me or that guy to the right on me. There's gonna be some point in this season I'm gonna need to count on him, and he's gonna need to count on me. And you don't want to let your brother down. So, something like, I think that's the biggest thing with all those guys. It just makes it when a lot of guys are tight like that, it makes it easier for everybody else to kind of join in.
I know last season was a successful one. You finished 5-2, and you're competing for a championship. But inevitably, and a coach who had talked a lot about it last year, there's not a lot of moral victory in that. Even though it was a building block. How do you guys finish the job? What's the difference in 2021 to win a conference championship?
I think the difference is, the spring season was a great season. Like you said, it was a great learning experience, but we got to put that behind us. The fall is a whole different ball game. We have a lot, it's everybody's coming back. All the other teams they have the same people too. And I think we just have to put that behind us. And I think the biggest thing is we're experienced. We got a whole another year of the playbook underneath our belt on both sides of the ball. We've seen a lot of different things, and with having an old group, I think that's just more experience is what's going to help us.
We're going to go to Van Stokes from the Austin P Radio Network. Go ahead, Van.
Levi, as you know, I work with Austin P Radio Network, and these are two schools that really enjoy getting it on. It doesn't make any difference of the sport. So with all due respect, Murray State contends for the OVC baseball championship. Basketball is synonymous with Murray State. It doesn't stop there. Now you guys are picked number one in preseason, what's it like to walk around Murray State realizing you're walking around in a school that's noted for champions?
You know, Murray State, coming here and just being a part of it the past 4 or 5 years, you know, it's just a family. You know, whether whatever sports picked, you know, we just respect, you know, and everybody, and even with other sports, we want each other to win. You know, we're all about Murray State. We chose Murray for a reason. It doesn't really, I don't think it really affects us that much, but I just think I'm just excited that, you know, to have that opportunity. But I think everybody around campus wants everybody in every sport to succeed.
Good. Thank you.
We'll go back to Adam Wells.
Levi, when you look back at the career that you've had so far at Murray State, from walk on to now being picked in the OVC first team, how do you describe this journey that you've been able to, you know, to do that? Because I know not many guys would be able to do what you've done.
You know, coming here, I was real unsure about myself and about everything when I came. You know, was I really that good to play and stuff like that? But if I gave you the answer, God's just blessed me. You know, God's gave me the ability, gave me the strength, gave me the will each day. You know, there were some years and some days and some months that were rough. You know, they were tough. But obviously, I think this was supposed to be part of my life and meant to be part of who I am. And it's been a learning experience. You know, and the game has taught me a lot about life.
Anybody else? Question for Levi? We have time for one more if somebody has one.
Kyle, I've got one.
All right, finish this up.
Levi, just to kind of expand on that, you know, coming out of Graves County, I think a lot of people would have said maybe you were too small for an FCS Murray State offensive line, and I'm sure you heard that. You have responded to that in kind. What would you tell maybe local athletes or just even athletes much like yourself? What would you tell them about the journey forward and how to be successful in college football?
I'd say the main thing is, you know, being a walk-on guy and being a smaller person, you know, being undersized is what people would say. You know, just let it go in one ear and out the other. You know who you are as a person. You know who you are as a player. But you got to show up and you got to be willing to work. You know, being a walk-on guy is going to take more work. You know, being the undersized, smaller guy is going to take more work. It's going to put more hard work in, and find something that you like, that you're really good at, and you know, be able to help bring it to the table. And and when the biggest thing about that is when you have your opportunity and your opportunity is presented, you have to take advantage of it. You have to step up to the plate. You know, the pressure's going to be on, and you got to be willing to produce. And I think just being able to produce, and you know, just working hard and keeping your head down and doing the best you can every day. That's all you can ever do.